Our talus, our ankle bone, is an interestingly shaped bone because its articulating surface is not of equal width in the back and in the front. Wider area in front of the talus than in the back. There are two effects of that shape. One is that we have tendency to sprain our ankles or even rupture ligaments when we roll the foot while the foot is pointed and inverted. Most sprains happen like that, and this is because the more narrow part of the talus is articulating at that moment with the pincer of the tibia and fibula. And therefore, the more narrow space, the more wobbly, less stable it is. In this position, it's much easier to roll and rupture, sprain that joint than in 90 degrees position of the foot, while the wider part of talus is articulating and therefore fitting snugly in the joint. The second consequence of this shape is the trajectory of the movement. When we point our foot, there is a tendency for our toes to move inward, while when we flex the foot, the toes and the front of the foot is starting to open toward the out-toeing. When flexing, look, it moves through path of least resistance. And when the foot points down, the foot tends to turn in, out, in. And that's dictated by the shape of the joints. Try it on your own. See if you can recognize when you're pointing the foot, there is normal tendency for the foot to move inward, to migrate inward. When you flex, it will be way easier if the front of the foot turns out. The best way is to do the opposite. Turn the foot in when you're flexing and feel how limited that range is, and try to turn the foot out while you're pointing. And you will feel that your brain is able to do that, but it's not the same quality of movement. It's much easier to just allow the joints to dictate the path of movement. Even in the skeleton, if I try to force the movement, not coupling it with opening, but just straight up, whoop, it gets caught. Look, whoop, the joint gets caught. But if I allow it to turn, oh, so sweet, so simple, so easy. Comparing to, whoop, we're getting caught here. We're insisting. The client will not be happy. But if we find the path of least resistance, oh, this feels fabulous. Clients are happy. It makes us the happiest people on the planet. Thank you, George.